Kia ora everybody. So, after posting, communication is probably one of the keys when discussing land. So when I say communication, I don't just mean go and talk or just, say what you think you want to say. Communication actually encapsulates a lot more than that. The first thing I think is the what you are taking into a discussion. So as the individual, right, as a person, what are your what's your attitude? And that's the word. What's your attitude when going in to the discussion to have that communication? Too many times, and from experience, I've seen people come and approach family meetings, family members in an untoward way, which is not very befitting of any kind of situation anyone would like to be found in. And then from there, things just go personal, or we tend to get personal. I'm human, just like everyone else. Yes, I don't have superpowers, but whatever. I do have the power of intuition. So that just means that if there's something going on, I can actually sense when someone's, delivering their message or delivering their communication. And in land meetings, sometimes body language gives people away. But for me, it's actually the attitude that one has when one is approaching people. So automatically you'll be received like, boom, brick wall, or people will build the wall so they don't have to talk to you, and automatically the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, no, got it. Now, sometimes people won't even remember why they said no. Most, if not 80%, 90% of the time, they'll remember it's because of the way you approach them. A lot of people might say, oh, shut up, Maria. What do you know? But fortunately for me, I've always been on the receiving end. So I get to have the conversations with those ones that come in to talk about, oh, I want a piece of land. One thing I will say is, half the time, most of us don't know why we want a piece of land. And this is where you have to be honest. So it's your attitude, it's being honest about what it is you would like the land for. Then the third one is the intention. This is where a lot of us get caught up. Oh, I want to build something and live in that. Yeah, okay. And what? Well, that's it. But then no. Is that your full intention? Or are you thinking of something else? Today, right, we go for an occupation right, or we go for a lease, and then out of the blue you think if you're gonna borrow this money, you might as well do something else with it. In most lease documents or in most leases, you can do something commercial with it, but I'm always questioning, like, well, if you can do it, why can't I? Most of the time, family members take on the leases with the intention to build a home, and then all of a sudden we find out they're renting the home and going and living somewhere else, totally somewhere different. I understand that you may need to rent it so that you can pay the loan off. So repeating that, the attitude, is that really your intention? And how are you relaying that intention through your attitude and your approach to family members? Here's a line that I probably have not used as much. You personally, individually, do not own the land. Hey, it belongs to your family. Because we're a new age, a lot of people, this generation today, not me, the one just after me, self-gratification, instant self-gratification. I want it, and I want it now. Maybe some of my generation, yeah. I want it, it's mine, and I want it now, today. Okay. It only took hundreds of years to be able to allocate that this is our family block. All of a sudden, you come into the meeting with this attitude, eh? Well, I want a piece of land because I want to build. My intention is I want to live here. Is it though? You know? I'm only doing this video because I find it interesting when people say that. It just seems like sometimes we all come from a place of desperation. I said that. And we feel like we're in despair. Nobody knows how I feel. These landowners, my family hate me. They don't want to see me get ahead. Man, I've heard it all. And then I'm just sitting there like, here's my take. Personally, I live in my papa's house. I'm good. Hey. And then there's the other thing. I'm in my papa's house, but I also have my name on land titles. But then what am I, gonna do with all that land? I've had well-to-do people that just tell me, oh girl, just lease it out to yourself and like sell the lease. You know, put units on, and you know, people will just take it up. Here's another sobering thought. For those of us who are actually taking people out of our rental homes, of our homes that we're renting long term, we're moving people out because we get quick money from short-term rentals. So do you get it? A long-term goal or vision is cut short because we want to gain short-term benefits now. Right. So I find it not laughable because it isn't funny. But when someone says, I went to the meeting, I spoke, I communicated, but really? Did you though? How did you communicate? Did you come across as abrupt? Did you come across as couldn't care less? Did you come across as no idea? Did you come across as, that you know everything? Sometimes you probably do. And then, this is the line that I always crack up at. Well, I've got money. Good for you. If you've got money, and then you come in with that attitude. Guys, I'm just going to harp on about this attitude. You come in with that attitude to the meeting. You exert your power position. Well, you think. And you haven't got your house in order. Ooh. A bit difficult because I'm one of the ones that everyone says, you're just being too difficult, always too goody two shoes, gotta follow the law, by the book, and all these things. Yes. And why do we have to follow the law or go by the book? That's showing respect, number one, to the family. When I say family, I'm saying the ones who have gone before us. Okay? Number two, that's showing respect to the process that the family put in place and supported through the justice system. And then here you come. I'm back now, on a build now, I'm going to live here. Your attitude. Your intention. I just want to build my home. I just want to live here in peace. Babe, let's be honest. Cost of living in the Cook Islands is not that much cheaper than Auckland. If anything, we pay double, triple the price. And then of course, flip the card or flip the page. As a landowner, sometimes I want to be difficult, and you go in with your great intentions, your good attitude, your good approach, and the landowner won't budge. So when I say attitude in your approach, I'm not just saying that to you, the person going to ask for land. I'm also saying that to me, to us, the actual landowners on the piece. my last point is that before you go and ask for a piece, I want to challenge everyone to at least know the basic genealogy of who you are within that family, and your place and position within the family. If you are a landowner, that would mean that you have succeeded. Most of us are still sitting and waiting for someone to come and succeed us onto our parents or our grandparents. I'd like to again challenge everyone to go and do the succession. Just because your parent was the landowner, it does not automatically mean that people in justice and or your family automatically read minds. We don't know whether or not you've succeeded. And then when we ask, some of you snap. I used to snap back. Now, well, meeting over because you haven't succeeded. Or even in meetings, when you are asked for your opinion, you're not a landowner, that's pretty big. And with me, I would ask for your opinion because 2 heads are better than 1, and of course we need the diverse opinions, the diverse contributions sometimes to move ahead. So yes, it is one of those issues that I think most of us need to think about when we're going to acquire land. Sometimes families just want to be difficult and deny you that, but as children, were you really given everything you ever wanted? Or do you have to just change your approach? There's my example. Mum, can I have this? Get lost. Well, she didn't say get lost. She said something more colorful. Fine. Dad, can I have this? Yes. And every time, oh, can I do this? No. Can I go there? No. Can I have this? No. So if you have that, do you really give up on the first no? No, you just change your approach. You change your attitude and you change how you look at the situation. So I'm going to end on this note for this portion because I think it's important. And I would like to challenge everyone to actually say that when you went in with your approach to communicate, did you actually have the right attitude, the right approach, the calm demeanor, and didn't use the "but I've got money" line. And vice versa as a landowner, same thing. And were your intentions clear from the get-go? Don't be so terrified to tell people, actually, I want to start a business. Oh, alright, what kind of business? A lot of people tell me, but Marty, that's none of their business. Sorry, babes, but actually it is, because my name's on the title of this land. And if you want to start a business, alright, let's know. What's your budget? What are you going to do? How much are you going to borrow? Because we all need to know, in case and if when you cannot afford to get it back, that it does not go to a mortgagee lease. Then you come along smarter than the average bear and sell the lease. Is this triggering for a few people? I can feel it, because most have sold the leases that they held. Interesting, eh? So, because as your, like I'll call myself Vovo, as your Vovo or your auntie, I say, I. And I've asked, and that was the answer. You shut up. None of your business. So, granted, anything else, personal life, yeah, you're absolutely right, none of my business. But land, it's everyone's business. It's family business. If you don't like it, you don't want to be scrutinized as such, it's because your intentions were not clear. So of course we're going to come banging heads, and you're going to get angry when anyone asks you any question. The other thing, when we go to meetings that are called for certain people, some of us free ride on those meetings. If you're in the meeting that I'm in and then you drop those side numbers, hey, I'll give you the bombastic side eye. You don't do that. Number one, that's disrespectful, and already shows your intentions are so not clear. Your attitude, your approach is, yeah, you think you can get away with anything. I think it's refreshing because a lot of us don't even think of that or don't even pay any attention to that. And so that's why for the ones who have managed to get their land, yes, sometimes granted, landowners can be a bit difficult. However, you have to do your due diligence. And I find the language we speak to our own family, ooh, like you kiss your mother with that mouth, baby. You kiss your mama with that mouth. Some of the words are like, bro, whose child is this? That's right, ours. It's, yeah, just something, some more food for thought when we're going in guns blazing, bang bang, gotta sort this out. It's just mine, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. Are you sure? Are you though? Hey, are you entitled though? So because of my years as a landowner, I've learned the hard way, the good ways, the bad ways, the ugly ways, and I've gotten to this point now where I'm scary calm half the time. And when I'm calm, usually that means an indicator for WTF. Especially when the approach is wham, bam, like, oh, this is mine, I want a piece of land. How do you expect people to come here? And then that's the other thing. That's why people don't come back. Granted, that is a true statement. That is true. But then, on the other side, oh, well, okay, less people to deal with. But again, not the attitude to have, Maria. You have to be a bit more open than that. For me, personally, I kind of like if my family come back and are around me or in the space. It's nice, hey. But we also have to be honest with our attitude. Sometimes we don't get on with our own family. We know who they are, but we couldn't care less. Like, yeah. Hey. I know most of you are laughing because we all do that, eh? It's idiot. But really, at the end of the day, now they get because no order. So yeah. And one thing I'm happy about recently, because a few of my mates and some cousins have managed to acquire their pieces this week and are just awaiting the court process. So happy joy there. And granted, I'm also thinking about, while I have the opportunity now, I'm also thinking about maybe a little workshop. But then I thought about it again and thought, no, it's best I just do these little videos. You sit down and you have a think about yourself. And start there, right? It all starts with you and then everybody else. Because if you have to get right with yourself before you can go and approach anybody else. You have to be honest with yourself. That's terrible. I hate doing that. Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to be honest with myself. Yeah, and just that. Start there first. And then work through it. I also had a few short discussions with couples. And most have, shared their views on their own agreements on land. And I, for one, appreciate everyone for sharing. You don't have to. But I always believe in having an open mind on everything and discussions, and land is no different. By having to listen to and appreciate, the lessons most people have gone through on the agreements, it's been a good learning tool for me, because I don't know everything, and you are always learning every day. So every day I'm learning to listen, absorb, try and understand, and hear the story from both sides. Because we all get told, well, the shoe's on the other foot. It's not funny, is it? No, it's not. So I find that my attitude, my intentions, and my approach, if communicated clearly, actually derive outcomes. But then any attitude, any intention derives outcomes, regardless. So, it's always nice to reflect back on what it is you have to do and where it is you have to go. All right, everybody, you all have a great day. The tropical depression is roaming, and I hope that everyone in Aitutaki is all right. It's looking like it could form into a tropical cyclone, a Cat 1. So let's hope and pray. Everyone hunker down, get prepared, and look after yourselves. Right. Ka kite rā. Bye.